Good morning. Welcome to JCE Connect. Today's topic is Encapsulating Security Payload or ESP. IP ESP or IP Internet Protocol encapsulating security payload. It provides the message content confidentiality, data origin authentication, integrity, anti-replay services, limited traffic flow confidentiality. The ESP header is designed to provide several different services, which includes confidentiality of datagram through encryption, authentication of data origin through the use of public key encryption, anti-replay services through the same sequence number mechanism as provided by the authentication header, limited traffic flow confidentiality through the use of security gateway. I'll repeat. ESP provides the confidentiality, authentication, connectionless integrity, anti-replay service, limited traffic flow confidentiality. Now, the ESP header is designed to provide the several different services like confidentiality of datagrams through encryption, authentication of data through the use of public key encryption, limited traffic flow confidentiality through the use of security gateways. ESP header can be used in conjunction with the authentication header. Now we'll take the encapsulating security ESP payload. Header consists of the ESP header consists of first is SPI. SPI means security parameter index. This is the 32-bit value referred to in the section on the authentication header. This is the 32-bit value. SPI is the 32-bit value referred to in the section on the authentication header. This value is used by the communicating nodes. If the nodes are communicating, then SPI they will use to refer to a security association, which can be used to determine how the data should be encrypted. I'll repeat. SPI is the 32-bit value referred to in the section of authentication header. This value is used by the communicating nodes. If the nodes they are communicating, then they will be using SPI to refer security association, which can be used to determine how the data should be encrypted. Next is sequence number. Sequence number, this 32-bit value is set to 0 to start and is incremented by 1 with each datagram sent. Sequence number, this 32-bit value is set to initially 0 to start and then it is incremented by 1. Initially it is set to 0. Okay, and then it will be incremented by 1 by 1 with each datagram sent. How we said for authentication header, the sequence number can be used to protect against attacks, and new security association must be set up before this value cycles through all 32 values. I'll repeat. Sequence number is what? This 32-bit value is set to initially 0 and then it will be incremented by 1. When it will be incremented? With each datagram sent. Sequence number can be used to protect against the attacks. Next term is payload. Payload data. Next is the payload data. This is the variable length. The payload data is variable length. It is not fixed, and it contains the encrypted portion of the datagram. It is of variable length and it contains the encrypted portion of the datagram along with any supplementary data necessary for the encryption algorithm like initialization data. Payload begins with initialization vector, a value that must be sent in the plain text. Encryption algorithm needs this value. Encryption algorithms needs this value to decrypt the protected data. I'll repeat. This is the variable length. Payload is of variable length, it's not fixed. And what it contains? It contains the encrypted portion of the datagram along with the supplementary data which is necessary for the encryption algorithms. It has the encrypted data and supplementary data. It has the encrypted portion of the datagram and supplementary data. What is the use of that supplementary data? It is useful for the encryption algorithms. This payload begins with an initialization vector, and this value will be sent in the plain text. And encryption algorithms needs this value to decrypt the protected data. Next we have padding. After this payload variable length, we have padding. The encrypted portion of the header must end on the appropriate boundary, so padding may be necessary. Padding length indicates the padding length. We have the padding. What is padding? The encrypted portion of the header must end on the appropriate boundary, so padding may be necessary. Now next we have padding length. This field indicates how much padding has been added to the payload data. Padding length indicates how much padding has been added to the payload data. Next we have next header. This field operates as it normally does with IP version 6 extension headers. It just appears near the end of the header rather than at the beginning, so that the next layer protocols can be hidden from any unauthorized third parties. I'll repeat, what is next header? It just appears near the end of the header. It just appears at the end of the header, it appears rather than at the beginning, so that next layer protocols can be hidden from any unauthorized third parties. Last we have authentication data. This is an integrity check value, ICV, integrating check value, calculated on the entire ESP header. This authentication calculation is optional. So I'll just repeat what is our ESP: encapsulating security payload. This provides the message content confidentiality, data origin authentication. So how we define our ESP is a protocol within the IPsec. It is a protocol, ESP is a protocol within the IPsec for providing authentication, integrity and confidentiality of network packets or payload in IP version 4 and IP version 6 networks. ESP provides message encryption and the authentication of the payload and its origin within the IPsec protocol suite.